Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen from all over the world? Hope you're doing great. Matt Corville coming at you live from Montreal, Canada. As you know, I am a futures trader, order flow trader. I trade with the volume profile, footprint charts, and a heat map. Today we are Tuesday, November 25th. And today's basically I just wanted to do my journaling, going over today's price action, talking over it, and commenting on the trades that we took in the group. All right, everybody. So this is the S&P 500 E-mini futures. And this morning I caught this nice trade here. I caught this very nice sell that came into an imbalance on the 5-minute. I caught this trade here, right here. It came into an imbalance, it sold, and this is where I got in here. So I caught this trade, and then somebody else caught a trade here, caught that move here. Let me show you. So this is the Diamond Trading Institution from Lambo Raoul. If I click here, somebody caught a trade here. If you see here, it's exactly here. He's on the 5-minute. This is the 5-minute. Exactly here. Somebody caught a trade here. A bunch of guys caught that trade here at around the 6,700 level, which is here. So we literally caught all the moves. I'm just wondering how somebody got in here. Here I don't really get it. And this is where Lambo Raoul entered here. He caught a nice move here. So this is basically what I would like to go over today. This point of reversal, this point here, and this point here. So frankly, a lot of it is just break and retest and reversals after liquidity grabs. So for those who don't know what this chart is, it's a footprint chart on a software called Quant Tower, but it's from my broker AMP. And it shows me stacked imbalances on a bid and ask footprint. So those can act as interesting levels of reversal. All right, so I just want to go over this trade here very quickly. So this was more or less at cash open, and I don't really enter at that time, but I still did. And I want to go here on the 1-minute, at 9:35. It was right here that I entered. So as you can see, here is here, okay? All right, so as you can see, very, very positive numbers. The final delta and the max delta are almost the same, but how green is the candle? How big is the body? It's pretty small. And then it left some trap buyers here, and I really wanted to see the buyers being able to maintain price at this level and hold price above this level. Next candle, still the aggressive buyers are trying to push it up, but it doesn't. So it means a lot of passive sellers are absorbing this whole move. And instead of going up, even with positive numbers, it goes down. So it's telling you something. It's telling you that the buyers are getting absorbed. And now you see the numbers are clearly decreasing a lot. And this candle basically goes nowhere, so you still don't have your confirmation. And price here leaves a huge wick to the upside, indicating a lot of sell pressure. And even with really positive numbers, it barely goes up. And it's really after that it crashes. So at about 67.23 would have been a good entry right here. So this is more or less where I entered. But what is super strange is that it came into a buyer's imbalance, not a selling imbalance. So I should not, in theory, have taken this trade, which is super odd. I just saw absorption going on here, and I tried to short, but in hindsight, it worked. But yeah, I would have liked this imbalance to be a seller's imbalance. But nevertheless, beautiful move. But frankly, I cannot tell you why it reacted here to the downside. Yeah, buyer's imbalance. Let me go on the 5-minute if I can see it. It bothers me because we don't see any imbalances here on the 5-minute. And I like to see them on the 5-minute. Somehow this guy from Nigeria, he called it his equilibrium level. I don't know why. I have to figure it out. Okay, but let's just look quickly here at what we saw. Price came into an imbalance on the 1-minute, but that ain't the best. I just want to have a look at it. Look, pretty good numbers, 4 zones. I like it. It's a legit imbalance. Maybe I could have bought from there, but it would have been like trying to catch a falling knife. All right, so I just want to look in detail at what happened on the prints. All right, so first of all, what do I see? Super negative numbers. The final delta and the max delta are almost the same. Same thing here, but you can see max delta, the buyers are already showing up a little bit. And now this candle is super interesting. It left trap sellers here. It went all the way from minus 1,000 to minus 220, so pretty large difference. The buyers are really showing up here. Passive buyers are really bringing this thing up. Green candle, trap sellers here, and then it shoots up completely. And the buyers reclaim this whole down move from the sellers. And now let's go over this move here at the 6,700. I don't know how these guys got in here. I don't know. I don't understand why. Maybe it was simply a break and retest of the psychological level. Price came very close to an imbalance, so this is something that price likes to do. Sometimes it comes close to it, but it doesn't touch it sometimes. So here, as you can see, very negative numbers. Big wick to the upside, indicating a lot of sell pressure. Now you want to see follow through of the sellers, and you're not really getting it. It goes from minus 332 to minus 75. Big wick here, lots of indecision. Now you want to see the next candle to give you more clues on whether we're going to have a reversal or just a continuation to the downside. Now, boom, the buyers are really showing up here, aggressive numbers, and the sellers are really stalled here. Now, if you look here, the buyers are really, really coming in strong, and you could have entered here, I believe. Put your stop loss under, but imbalance right under. I mean, I would have been a little bit scared. I mean, this candle was super strong. It went from minus 252 to 270, and the 270 is very similar to the 320, as you can see here. And this candle, I don't really understand it, why even with such positive numbers, it came down a little bit after. But even with this candle, it left trap sellers, big wick to the downside, indicating a lot of buy pressure, and then it really shooted up after. You know, the levels where you see trapped participants, they can be real nice entries with a smaller risk zone. I guess this is how they entered, but I would need to ask the guys in the group. And finally, Lambo Raul caught a trade here, but he said it was a reclaim of the 24 level, but I don't really understand it. Somehow a break and retest of that level. A break, and now you want to be sure, but it would have needed to break like above. I don't know. Like here was a cleaner break and retest of that level, but it was already touched before. So don't really understand why he entered here. Let's just look. But it's a real mess. It's a real mess. Let's have a look at 1116. All right, so it's right here. I mean, price was really choppy. Price was choppy from literally 1050 to 11:15, so about 25 minutes of choppiness of bar coding. So all the candles have similar volume. Maybe if we go on a range bar chart, it will be clearer. Now, not really. It's not really cleaner. As you can see here, super negative candle. Is it gonna have follow through? Boom, very little follow through, big wicks, lots of indecision, and this candle shows up here. Could have entered on the second one. Sellers unable to push it, and it really shoots up after. Could have taken profit here. So yeah, basically that's it, guys. Now, if you come here, I don't know exactly what could have been your TP, what you could have targeted, to be really honest with you. Maybe this high, but it would have taken a long time. I don't know, just you target a 3R, I guess. And now here, you would have targeted this high for sure. And now this trade here, yeah, very simple. You target this. But Lambo Raul, he said I was targeting the 50s because it was the balance range, but I have no idea what he's talking about. I guess he meant this thing. I don't know what he meant. I don't know why here exactly. All right, guys, I think I'm going to bounce here. There's hope in my trading. I stay unrealistically, irrationally optimistic about my trading, even when there are a lot of things I don't understand, but I see people in my community being able to catch very legit trades. I caught a nice trade. If I keep hanging in there, persevering, investing in my knowledge, putting more time in, pushing further, studying deeper, eventually I will get it. You know, eventually I will understand why the market did that move, why it did that move. Before they happen, be able to catch them. And that way become highly profitable and get funded and make a lot of money and become financially free with trading. All right, guys, so that was basically it for today. See you soon, my friends.